So when is it actually okay for cops to kill? Under U.S. law, there are two circumstances. The first is in defense of life, whether it's to protect their own life or the life of another. The second circumstance is to prevent a suspect from escaping, but only if the cop has reason to think that the suspect poses a significant violent threat to the community.
What do you think of police use of deadly force?
I think it is unnecessary, and I think that police and citizens should not have automatic weapons because they are made to kill people. They're not made.
I believe that it's terrifying that they can kill people.
I think it's mishandled and it can be better monitored.
I think it's pretty scary that police have the ability to shoot people and kill them.
On Saturday, August 9th, Michael Brown, an unarmed African-American teenager, was stopped by a police officer. Exactly what happens next is unclear because of conflicting accounts. Ultimately, Brown is shot and killed. Small vocal protests soon formed around the site of the shooting, and police reinforcements are called in. Sunday night, a vigil turns into a protest. Tension between protesters and law enforcement continues to increase.
According to Missouri law, deadly force is justified when an officer reasonably believes that such use of deadly force is immediately necessary to effect the arrest, and also reasonably believes that the person to be arrested has committed or attempted to commit a felony.
Darren Wilson is identified as the officer who shot Brown. Wilson was not indicted for the charge of murder. Outrage has sparked conversations about deadly force and race across the nation. Studies have revealed a prevalent trend in minorities as the victims of police shootings. Blacks are represented disproportionately among these at the wrong end of police guns. Blacks are 13% of the population in the United States. In parts of the country, they constitute 60 to 85% of the victims of police shootings. Blacks are more than 6 times as likely as whites to be shot by police. Any thoughts on police officers' use of force against minorities?
I don't think it's a color thing, and I don't think it's a race thing.
I believe that minorities are subjected to more police violence, brutality than white people.
It disproportionately affects minorities because of the crimes in which you can use deadly force.
Well, I think that police are more fearful of people in minorities, but I think that comes with reason because minorities tend to commit the most crimes.
Have you heard of objective reasonableness?
Nope.
I have not.
So there's got to be a significant threat, but according to who? The legal answer? The officer involved. They have to have, quote, objectively reasonable belief that there was a threat, even if there wasn't. So for a cop to shoot his gun, he's got to have an objectively reasonable belief that there is a significant threat. When you really think about it, there is no standard for knowing when lethal force is needed. It really just depends on how the cop sees it.
My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focus.